What's good, everyone? It's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. And for today's video, we are going to be looking at what is rumored to be the Air Jordan 38, which is crazy because it seems like the 37s just dropped, but I guess it was late summer 2022 or early fall there. But we have Kiki Rice in the NCAA tournament for UCLA rocking the Air Jordan 38s. Now, this seems like a pretty big departure from the Air Jordan 30s all the way up to the 38s here, where they're loosely inspiring the new game shoe off of the shoe from 30 years ago. So obviously with the 31, inspired by the 1s, 32s and the 2s and so on. But a few aspects of the shoe, I do kind of see a couple things from the Air Jordan 8s. Most notably the tongue there at the top with the Jumpman and the circle around it. I would say that is loosely inspired by the Air Jordan 8's tongue. And then instead of having the support straps going over your foot on the lateral and medial side, you have those support plates instead for hard lateral cuts and torsional rigidity. So you can see kind of that silver plate on the inside and outside of the shoe. I would say that definitely might be inspired by the Air Jordan 8's straps going over the foot. But we have another shot of her here wearing the shoe. The materials on the shoe are a huge departure from the Air Jordan 36 and 37. Obviously on those we had the Leno weave material. I really enjoyed it on the 36. The 37 wasn't bad either, but a lot of people really hated on it for being completely see-through. And for a lot of people, they just thought it was a cheap material versus having those nice suedes, nubucks, and leathers. But it does look like Jordan Brand is going back to at least some leather here. At the top of the tongue all the way to the toe box, it does look like a white leather. So I'm not mad at that because I love premium materials on basketball shoes. And here's another shot of her on court there. And then the next shot we have here is her walking down the tunnel wearing the shoe here. Looking closer, it does look like there are some perforations on the side of the shoe where it's pretty breathable. So it looks like you have some leather up the middle of the shoe, and then maybe some suede or nubuck on the side with those perforations for breathability. Another thing I do see near the toe there is that clip kind of running up the side of the toe there. That's reminiscent of the Kobe 10's support clip. So it looks like the shoe is going to be a very supportive shoe, which I'm not mad at. And then getting a quick look at the bottom of the shoe. So it looks like herringbone traction, which I love. It's some of the best traction you'll ever get on a basketball shoe. And then in the heel there, that red kind of foam, to me that's going to be Formula 23, because with the 34s and 35s you had heel and forefoot zoom. The 36s had double stacked in the forefoot and full length zoom Strobel. Obviously the 37s introduced the Formula 23. I don't think they're going to stray too much from that personally. So I think you're going to get some Formula 23 in the heel. It does kind of look like some in the forefoot there as well, with the red patches there in the forefoot. And then I'm thinking you're probably going to get that forefoot zoom Strobel, possibly double stacked, which I wouldn't be mad at. But I'm just hoping that Formula 23 foam compound is maybe a little bit tweaked to be softer this year, because it did take quite a bit of time to break in on the 37s. But nonetheless, I'm very excited for the shoe. It looks like there's great traction, support, and hopefully cushioning, and not to mention, again, the materials look awesome as well. So let me know what you guys think of the Air Jordan 38 on foot here for Kiki Rice of UCLA. Like I mentioned before, those support plates running up the side, definitely reminiscent of the Air Jordan 8's support straps going over the foot. And then, like I mentioned, the tongue there with the circular portion around the Jumpman. The Air Jordan 8s had that kind of with the almost sock-like material around the Jumpman from the Air Jordan 8. So I would say, if anything, very loosely inspired by the Air Jordan 8s. But I also do have some information on release dates for holiday 2023. The price point for these is looking like $200, which it is a pretty big price increase from last year's 37s of that $185 USD price point. But again, the Jordan flagship game model has always been pretty expensive and really not cheap at all. So I'm not surprised here if they are introducing some kind of nice raw materials here, but I still think it's very expensive for a basketball shoe here in 2023. There are a ton of shoes out there that I think will probably perform just as good as these, for a far cheaper price point. But who's kidding themselves? I've played in every game shoe since like I think the 10, and then the 9s and down I've always worn casually, but 10s and up I've always enjoyed on court. So let me know what you guys think of these. I do kind of see some really loose inspirations actually from some Melo shoes in the past, most notably the side panel of the Melo 5.5 with all the little holes in the side. Obviously this being a little bit different, but it does look like there's some perforations. But definitely interested to see what the overall material package is going to be on the Air Jordan 38s. But like I said, it's looking like a fall or holiday 2023 release date, for that $200 price point. And then on the next slide here, I actually have some colorways that will be dropping. And there's one most notably that I'm very interested in, but it looks like there's a light marine one, which is light marine blue Royal Pulse holiday 2023. You do have the style code and the price point of $200. And then you have a university red, so it's white, black, university red, and metallic gold. And then at the bottom is the one I'm interested in, the bright Concord. So it's black, true red, bright Concord, and aquatone. So I know all of you know of the Aqua 8s, and to me, that's exactly what that's going to be. So I think if anything, that's the pair I'll be going after, since it'll probably be inspired by the Air Jordan 8s. And you also have the style code there, holiday 2023 release, and price of $200. So that's just a quick look of the Air Jordan 38, which was kind of leaked today in the NCAA tournament, March 25th here in 2023. Let me know what you guys think of this and just the overall aesthetics of the Air Jordan 38s. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that helps the channel a ton. Thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.